Well, being overqualified for a job is often considered a good thing, but a professor at Portland State University says those employees can actually be harmful to a workplace.
Those impacts could affect morale, peer-to-peer relationships, even employee turnover. Joining us on the couch to go over the effects of overqualified workers is Berrin Erdogan, professor of management with PSU School of Business. Good morning.
Good morning.
Great to see you.
Yeah, so what is it about this phenomenon? Why do people feel overqualified for the jobs that they're doing?
Okay, so overqualification is a situation where employees have skills, abilities, experience, and education that is just too much for the job. So these are employees that have qualifications that are neither required nor utilized on the job. And I've been doing research on this phenomenon for over a decade now, and what we're finding is if not managed appropriately, overqualification is related to a whole host of negative outcomes, including boredom on the job, including a sense of isolation, feeling like you don't belong. It contributes to feelings of, I don't want to be here, so turnover intentions, and when possible, actual turnover as well. But interestingly, on the flip side, we're not necessarily seeing harmful effects on performance. So we have several studies where we have found that overqualified employees are actually higher performers compared to their coworkers. So this is an interesting tension between employees' capabilities and their motivation levels.
Yeah, how does this dynamic play out between, the employee and the employer too? Because it seems like from the employer's point of view, well, if you can hire somebody that's overqualified, it seems like that would be a good thing from employer's point of view. But if you're the employee and you're feeling like you're not being utilized to your fullest potential, how does that dynamic play out between employer and employee?
It really depends. So on the one hand, it has some harmful effects on the employee's job attitudes and well-being and even health under some circumstances. From the company's perspective, turnover is not a great outcome, but at the same time, higher performance can be a beneficial outcome. So it really depends on how companies manage these employees, what type of opportunities are available to offer to these employees.
Is it a matter of employees feeling that they should be elevated within the company and employers say, well, hey, you're doing a great job where you are, so we want to keep you there?
It really depends how overqualification emerges. Sometimes it happens when people are first hired into a position, so they can't find something better. They're under time pressure and financial pressure, so they accept a job and settling into it. Basically, instead of finding a job that fits better, they pick a position where they're overqualified. But sometimes it's very much intentional. So they get into an organization knowing that they will be overqualified because the job offers something else. So it could be a better organizational culture. It could be breaking into an industry. It might offer greater levels of flexibility or location. So there might be reasons why people may choose to be overqualified. And sometimes it emerges over time. So on your day one, you may not be overqualified, but if you stay in the same position doing the exact same types of tasks, then after 3 years, you might start feeling overqualified because you have grown and the job hasn't grown with you.
That's fascinating. So what can somebody do if they're in that, let's use that last example, somebody who's been in the job for 3 years, they've grown or they feel like they've outgrown that job. What should that person do? Do they need to talk to management about something new? What should management do? Should they reciprocate that?
Yeah, so having frequent conversations with management, one-on-one meetings where they're talking about their career goals, what do they like and don't like about their current jobs, and what are some future possibilities? So that could be a good conversation to have, and we would advise managers to initiate those conversations with their employees regularly so that the job continues to fit the employee over time. And what we're also finding is that autonomy is really useful for these employees. So if these employees are treated just like everybody else, as if they don't have any extra qualifications, it's not a good situation for either of the parties. But if employees are given autonomy and opportunities to change their jobs to fit them better, make a contribution to the organization in different ways, and then they're recognized for those additional contributions, then that creates a situation where they're healthier and happier and more engaged.
It's fascinating.
Yeah, that's an interesting topic,
Yeah.
no doubt about it. Professor Erdogan, thank you very much for being here and shedding some light on this topic on AM Extra.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank
Appreciate
you.
your time, yeah.
Sure, thanks.
And to learn more about Portland State University School of Business and the work they do, go to pdx.edu/business.